Hello. Are you guys ready for story number 7? I am. And I found a good one. And it's not very long. Yesterday's was pretty long. Today's is not very long at all. Kind of straight and to the point. But first, before we get to the story, our advent calendar. I'm wondering if I should pull off the doors to the ones that we've done already. Maybe I'll do that later, but number 7 is right here. So let's see. It's hard to really tell. Dracula, maybe? I'm not really sure. Why did the vampires cancel the baseball game? The bats flew away. So, oh, okay, so I see. There's the vampire and there's the bats. It takes me a minute, but I get it. I get it. So yeah, I think I am going to, but then if I do that, then I'm going to lose the little jokes that go next to it. So I'm not going to do that. Change of plans. Change of plans. Okay, so today's story, like I said, it's not a very long story, so this one will be short. It's the case of George Wheeler, the Strangler, San Francisco in 1880. And I had gotten comments and messages that the crime puzzles weren't opening. So what I'm doing and what I have done so far for story 1, 2, and 3, I have posted the crime puzzles in the community feed. So that way you guys can go there, you can check out the pictures. If you want to print them out, I'm sure you'll be able to, like as a picture, but I'm not 100% positive. Or you can just go and view what they are. And then I'm going to post the answers in the original video. So the answer for story number 1, I posted the crime puzzle in the community feed. I will go back and post the answer in the original video, story number 1. If I'm making myself, I think that's how I'm going to do it. Just because if I post the picture and then I'm the first one to comment and it's the answer, it's kind of, what's the point, you know? So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So like I said, I've already posted stories 1, 2, and 3 crime puzzles in the community feed, and then I'm gonna go back. I have not posted the answers yet, but I'm gonna go back and post them in the original videos. So I'm gonna do that today with the crime puzzle for today's case. So I'll kind of show you guys what to be looking for. Like I said, it's coming out of this book, which has been a lot of fun. And how I missed it, I don't know. Hold on a second, let me find it. Tell you, a few of them are hard to find. So, I don't know that it will necessarily be this one because in each book there's multiple of these, but it's going to be something like this, Find the Witness. So be looking for that in the community feed to be coming up. So, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be that one or not. I'm going to try and find one that close. I mean, I'm not going to always be able to find something that's similar to the case, but I will see what we can find. Yeah, I think that one's, well, there's not really a lot of those ones. So anyway, it's still gonna be fun. It's still gonna be fun. All right, guys. Sorry for all the jabbering. If you guys are ready for story number 7, here it comes. Stay tuned. At 11:55 p.m., October 20th, 1880, a heavy-set, middle-aged man entered the Central Police Station at Washington and Kearny Streets, and addressing Sergeant John Shields, spoke as follows. "My name is George Wheeler, and I wish to surrender, as I have just strangled my sister-in-law, Della Tilson. Here is a key to a trunk in room 14 at 23 Kearny Street. Go there and you will find her body." As the statement was made with the greatest nonchalance, the officers were somewhat skeptical. The man was taken into custody. However, the officers were sent to the room where they found the trunk as described, and on opening it, they found that the body of a good-looking and well-proportioned young woman had been crowded into it. The body was fully dressed. Upon interrogating people who resided in the house, the officers learned that this woman was known as Wheeler's wife instead of his sister-in-law, and that another woman who was out at the time was known as the sister-in-law. The officers then returned to the station, where Wheeler voluntarily made an additional statement as follows. "Della Tilson, the girl whose body you found, is my sister-in-law, regardless of any statement made to the contrary. She was 21 years old a few months ago. I married her sister Mary in Massachusetts 11 years ago. 6 years later, I became intimate with Della, who lived in the same house with us. About a year afterward, Della confessed to my wife that she was in a delicate condition and that I was responsible for it. Their folks were highly respected, and to avoid a scandal, Mary protected Della, and the child was born in our house, but it died a few weeks afterward. Shortly after this, the three of us came to San Francisco, but failing to obtain employment, I took both women to Cisco, Placer County, where I was employed as an engineer. At this place, Della met a man named George Peckham, with whom she became intimate. According to her confessions to me, by this time I had grown to love Della as much as I did Mary, my wife, and the three of us occupied one room. When Della made this admission, I became furious, but I forgave her with the understanding that she would cease her relations with Peckham and accompany me to San Francisco, where we engaged the rooms in which I strangled her tonight, and where we were known as man and wife. We came here about 5 months ago. About 1 month ago, my wife located us and came to live with us, she posing as my sister-in-law. Tonight, I went out to see Officer Morehouse on business, and when I returned, Della was in the room and had on her hat and gloves. I asked her where she had been. She sat on my knee and confessed that she had been in constant communication with Peckham ever since we left Cisco, and that it was he who told my wife where we were located. Della furthermore told me that she and Peckham had met that night and had agreed to go to Sacramento and live as man and wife. This admission crazed me, and as she sat on my knee, I strangled her. I then crowded the body into the trunk. My wife was out at the time. Mrs. Wheeler was located, and she reluctantly admitted that her husband's statements were substantially correct. Notwithstanding his confession, Wheeler made a hard fight for his life, and it was only after 4 trials that he was found guilty. He was hanged on January 23rd, 1884. Good morning. This story was something else. Was you guys confused at first? Because I was. So he was having an affair with his sister-in-law and became jealous when she started seeing somebody else. And most of the times, I will kind of look over the stories, but I don't read them in full. And so as I'm reading them, I'm just as surprised as you guys are, I think, sometimes. So I need to probably read them in full. Might work out better for me. So, All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will post the puzzle link in, all puzzle links will now go in the community post, and then the answers will be in the original video. So be looking for that. All right, guys, I have a couple more to do today. I got to get caught up. I'm behind. So hope you guys have had a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thanks. Bye.